Now, from WYDC TV, this is Big Fox News at 10.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Anna Manuel. Starbucks will be closing the doors to all of its Ithaca locations by this Friday. Workers are striking against this sudden decision. Our Maggie Hall went to a picket line to speak to some of them.
Ithaca workers unionized all 3 locations in the town in a historic move last year. Now, this week, Starbucks is closing all 3 locations against the protests of the workers and the union.
In April 2022, we successfully unionized, and then they came down on us on union busting. They decided in June 2022 to close one of our stores, the College Avenue store, because we went on strike. It was proven in hearings that took place in April 2023 that the store was closed because we went on strike. And now in May 2023, May 5th exactly, I was in the store working, and the district manager came in and closed the store and told my coworker and I that we would be closing the store permanently on May 26th.
And now workers are on strike again after being given the notice that all locations will be closing for good by the end of this week.
Apparently the people at the store hadn't gotten much more of a notice more than us, because they just had people from corporate walk in and they were like, hey, close it down, get all the customers out of here. They kicked all the customers out. And then they said, well, in 21 days you're closing. May 26th, you're out of here.
Yeah, I mean, they cited financial and operational needs for the Commons store, and, obviously, that's a really serious allegation, but we're right in front of a bus stop, and people are coming in and out of the bus stop all day. Sometimes we have lines out the door, and at Meadows, they just opened the store last year, and they're citing drive times as a reason to close the store, which I find very fishy to me. It's very fishy.
The stores are expected to close this Friday. Starbucks Workers United Union has filed an injunction in federal court protesting the store's closures. Big Fox News will bring you any further developments in this story. Maggie Hall, Big Fox News, Ithaca.
Chemung County Executive Chris Moss has signed a new law that will affect Chemung County officials, including himself. Local laws 3 and 4 will set new term limits for both county executive and county legislator positions. The law, which will set each position with limits of 3 4-year terms, will be on the ballot for this November's election. An Elmira man arrested on weapons charges after a foot chase with the Elmira Police Department. 31-year-old Quayshawn Hubbard was pulled over by EPD officers near Lincoln Place and Lake Street when Hubbard decided to run from his car, according to authorities. Elmira police say Hubbard, who is a parolee, attempted to discard a handgun from his waistband while running. Hubbard was previously convicted on gun charges and now faces more charges following this incident. With Memorial Day weekend now just days away, local businesses are preparing for an influx of people. Our Josh Feldberg spoke to a local campground about their expectations for this year.
Travelers and locals alike are expected to flock to the Twin Tiers for Memorial Day celebrations and to enjoy the long holiday weekend. This year, celebrations will be happening all over the region, starting off with Glassfest in Corning beginning May 25th. Then on Saturday, Eldridge Park will host their first ever Train Day celebration. These events and more will all lead up to Monday, where towns and cities such as Elmira, Horseheads, Painted Post, Hornell, and more will hold Memorial Day parades. With so many events and nice weather forecasted for the weekend, local campgrounds are filled to capacity.
This is really the height of tourism for Watkins Glen, especially this is the big kickoff. Memorial Day weekend, we are completely filled up at this point, so that's 140 campers all here, as well as tenting camping.
One of the reasons campgrounds like Flew Park get so busy has to do with the many features and events that the Finger Lakes region has to offer all summer long.
Camping for us, really, you get the beautiful background of Seneca Lake, and you also have the wine tourism elements of it. So a lot of people, I think, like to drive here and then spend a week.
Even in the new digital age, camping continues to be a popular vacation idea.
I think that during the global pandemic, people really discovered us for the first time again, because a lot of tourism came from down in New York City as well as New Jersey. A lot of people just love to come to this area because they're beginning to recognize that we're here.
Josh Feldberg, Big Fox News, Watkins Glen.
It is National Turtle Day. The Department of Environmental Conservation is asking you to celebrate turtles by being mindful of them when on the roads. It is turtle nesting season, meaning turtles will be more active, making the chance of them wandering onto roads higher. You want to be careful on the roads. In the words of the DEC, give turtles a break. Corning Garden Club will host a plant sale this weekend. Potted plants and flowers can be purchased at 47 West Pulteney Street in Corning. Part of the proceeds of the event will go to the Corning Painted Post Historical Society. For more information, you can visit the Corning Garden Club on Facebook. Walmart Plus subscribers can get an extra pet care benefit free for a limited time. Walmart and PAWP, that's P-A-W-P. It's a veterinarian telehealth provider. They're partnering to provide free pet telehealth care for 1 year to Walmart Plus subscribers. Pet owners can get unlimited access to pet telehealth via video or text beginning Tuesday. According to a report, Walmart Plus members have until November 19th to choose the option. Turning to national news, Republican negotiators say they are still at odds with the White House over debt ceiling talks. This comes after a meeting on Monday between President Biden and Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Griff Jenkins has the latest.
Just 9 days to go and still no agreement between the White House and congressional Republicans over raising the nation's debt limit. President Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy met in the Oval Office Monday night, but both sides remain at odds over how to reduce the budget deficit. The president releasing his statement, quote, "While there are areas of disagreement, the Speaker and I and his lead negotiators, Chairman McHenry and Congressman Graves, and our staffs will continue to discuss the path forward." GOP lawmakers are demanding cuts to future spending, but not defense, in exchange for raising the debt ceiling. The White House has called for tax increases as part of the deal. Speaker McCarthy said, despite Monday's talks, philosophical differences remain.
I think the tone tonight was better than any other time we've had discussions. We both know, we've walked through this for a long time, where our differences, we're explaining them, we're giving a give and take of what we think would be best for moving the country forward.
Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is urging both sides to come to a consensus soon. In a letter, she predicts the country could run out of money as soon as June 1st. Quote, "If Congress fails to increase the debt limit, it would cause severe hardship to American families, harm our global leadership position, and raise questions about our ability to defend our national security interests." If and when a deal is reached, a vote will be required to raise the debt ceiling, which stands at more than $31 trillion. At the White House, Griff Jenkins, Fox News.
Your complete forecast is next. Plus, could ditching your clock lead to a better night's sleep? Well, new research says it could. We'll have that story when we come back.
Here's your local stock market update from Big Fox. Now, your Twin Tiers forecast from Big Fox.
Well, as we've been stepping our way through this last technically full week of May, we do extend the month until next week on Wednesday. But what we're noting is that we've had very seasonable or even warmer than average conditions, which we've been seeing lots of that this season. But this is giving us that summertime feels as we are also under a month away from ringing in that first day of spring on June 21st, where that is the day that we also have the most daylight that we see all year long. Now, noting that we are under that higher sun angle, that abundant sunshine, again setting up for our Wednesday, we are seeing seasonable temperatures. But what's going to change for our Wednesday is we're not going to see as much of that sunshine, but we're still expected to see some of it, as we'll have it in the morning hours, and by the afternoon we'll be tracking a few showers along a cold front that will be sliding on through. So although we've had some summer-like conditions this week, we are going to see a little pullback to more early spring-like conditions, where it's going to be a little chilly at times, where we'll have some frosty morning conditions, but we do still have the sunshine in place, and that's going to give us gradual warming as we are going to be setting up for a gorgeous holiday holiday weekend. So first setting up here as we head into our Wednesday morning, sunshine is in place across much of New York. But quickly as we step into the morning and afternoon, that cloud cover increases and there's a few showers, maybe even a rumble of thunder and a pocket of some moderate showers could develop as well. So keep yourself weather aware. Severe risk does remain extremely low to little to none. And we're back under some sunshine into Thursday. But with that cold air, there's going to be some concerns, and we'll look at that here in a moment. But noting that as we have the system sliding on through, we could see again some moderate pockets where you're seeing that some signals of maybe getting over that 1/10 of an inch is possible. Not everyone is going to do it. Typically, most are going to walk away with maybe about a few hundredths of an inch. If we can get that moderate pocket, that's where you may bump up to about a 1/4 of an inch for accumulation, and we'll take what we can get because we've been staying under some dry conditions, and the dry forecast is looking to push on here as we roll out of May and into June, which does mean more sunshine if you are a fan of these summer-like conditions. Now, we will roll with that cold front passage, so also note that with that southerly wind in the morning, by the afternoon it is going to be more out of the north, and it's going to be a bit gusty as well, so you really will feel that cool rush push its way in, and with that northerly flow, that does take those temperatures out of those 70s, which we're still expecting seasonal temperatures due to the quiet start to the day, to then pull us below average, where we even have low temperatures as early as Thursday morning, dropping down towards that freezing mark again. So the potential of needing frost to even freeze warnings will need to be implemented again for the areas. We are well within growing season now, and these temperatures can cause harm as our average low should be into those upper 40s. Now we'll make gradual improvements. It's not going to happen all at once, but you can see that turnaround from 60s, 70s back towards seasonal there by Saturday, and then we'll continue that warming through the holiday weekend where we may need to watch for a few showers possible Memorial Day.